Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Get Cozy podcast.
We got some new microphones, guys. Got new equipment and stuff, so hopefully it's more enjoyable. This is definitely more professional because our last microphones were not that great.
They were garbage, but
Yeah.
it was just the start for us. Sorry, my lisp is low key heavy today. I don't know why.
Yeah, you were talking and you're like,
I know. You could like see my tongue poke out every fucking S. All right, whatever. It's okay. You know, guys, I have my tongue pierced. Okay, so sometimes the lisp is a little stronger than others, but it's okay. You know why? Because the coolest people have lisps.
oh really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have one.
That's the point.
Wow. And guys, she doesn't have just one tongue piercing. She has two tongue piercings, but it looks like three.
Because I'm cool like that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I don't know how you eat.
How do I eat? I don't. I just starve.
The starve.
Fuck off. Okay, guys. So today, I know our past few episodes have been a little bit on the darker side, so we wanted to lighten it up today with some funny stories. So these are all of our stories. For some of the stories, we're gonna be changing the names a little bit, just because, you know, they might not be too happy with us putting out their real names for some of these. But I hope you guys enjoy. Talia, why don't you start us off?
Okay, so we each have our own funny stories and stuff, but we also do have quite a few together.
We're gonna save the best one for last, so stay tuned to
Well,
the
we have
end
two
for the
good
last.
ones.
I know, but like you know which one we're gonna
Okay.
save for the last, 'cause that's the best one. I'm gonna give y'all a little preview. It's a butt naked girl running across the street. Yeah, that's the preview.
Yeah, that's a little preview, because that shit was wild. But anyways, so I'm going to start off with one of my friends. I'm going to name her Mary Jane. And then my other friend, what should I call her? Mary Jane and like placebo? I don't know. Mary Jane and...
It's right there.
I know, but I typed in two Mary Janes.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm going to name friend number 1, Mary, and then friend number 2, Jane. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. So, it was homecoming my senior year, and we were throwing a little party, you know, because it was like homecoming, so we were like, might as well. One of my friends' parents, they were out of town, and so we were just like, all right, let's throw a party. So, getting into the night, you know, having a couple things, and by things, hopefully you guys know what I mean. Don't want to get anybody in trouble here. So, I don't even know what to call it. Things. Like, what should I call? Gunfire?
What?
Shots. Gunfire.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so some of my friends were having some gunfires. And hopefully you guys know what that means. So I'm just going to say shots.
I'm fucking dead.
Yeah, so... Anyways, we were all sitting in the kitchen, and we had Pinnacle whipped. If you guys know what that means. Or it means, if you guys know what that is. It's a pretty disgusting vodka. Will get you pretty messed up in the head a little bit. Yeah, but I didn't drink because I'm what's the word? Celibate? That's definitely
Girl,
not.
that is with sex, not drinking.
Okay, well, anyways, so it was all of us taking some gunfires. And my friend had a little bit too much. Both of them. So Mary and Jane had a little bit too much, but not even much. They had like 4, I would say. No, not like that. Maybe like 6 or 7.
Damn.
Yeah, that's not even that much though.
Some people are lightweight.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I didn't know that at the time. And so the party didn't even start yet, alright? And... wow, I lost train of thought. Okay, so the party didn't even start. But it was like around 8 o'clock. And then people started showing up. And then as soon as 9 hits, one of my friends, the first friend, Mary, she was on the couch. And she was kind of all over the place, like at first. Some of my friends drew on her.
Like on her face?
Yeah, they drew like all over her body.
What did they draw?
She had like a dick on her face and like a whole bunch of other
Wait,
stuff.
before homecoming?
This was like the day before homecoming.
Oh, okay.
So it was like a little pre-homecoming thing. So Before everyone came, it was already getting a little swift day. People were drawing her on her already. And then my other friend, Jane, she was being fine. And so people started coming around like 8 or 9, like 8:30. And Mary, she was laying on the couch. And we kept like checking up on her, just like make sure she was safe, because she was like low-key like passed out on the couch already. And so we were like, okay, like as long as we keep checking on her and make sure that she was okay, then we're straight. And so it was probably 9:30, 10 now, and there's low-key a lot of people there. And more people just keep showing up. And so it was probably 10:30 or 11, and the cops got called because apparently I was downstairs. Okay. So the cops got called when I was downstairs. My second friend, Jane, she had too much, and she was in my friend's room throwing up everywhere. She threw up on my other friends, like the friend that was hosting the party. Threw up all over her bed. Threw up literally all over the bathroom. Like I walked in the bathroom and I was like, no.
That's fucking disgusting. I can't do throw up, bro. I can't.
I surprisingly can, because I've low-key been around it a lot, because my ex-boyfriend, he literally threw up probably every single time he drank.
He's also fucking... You know what he is?
I'm dead. Yeah, so I was downstairs and I felt really bad that there's throw up everywhere, especially in her house and stuff. So I was just cleaning, minding my own business, and then the cops came down, and I looked over and I was like, what the heck? And also, before the cops came down, when I was cleaning the bathroom, some guy came in. He was like, yo, was that you? And that's, what's his face? You know him. Mm-hmm. And so I want to say what's his face because I can't say names because I don't want to put anyone out there. So he came down and was like, yo, you do that? And I was like, oh, hell nah. Like, I'm just trying to clean this up because this is not my house. This is my friend's house. And he was like, oh, you a G. And so we kind of like dabbed each other up. And then he left, and then the cops came down, and I was like, oh. I was just like cleaning, scrubbing the toilet.
You're like, I'm just the maid.
No, literally. And I was like, yo, there's freaking cops up here. And so I go upstairs because I was in the basement. So I go upstairs, and I'm like looking around, and the first friend that was on the couch, Mary, you see the cops like picking her up and taking her to the door, and like there's a freaking ambulance there already. I was like,
shit.
dang, what did I miss within like the 10 minutes? And so my friends that hosted the party at their house, they were kind of freaking out, obviously, and the cops were asking a whole bunch of questions and stuff, like, oh, whose house this is, blah, 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 blah. And so they shouldn't even have come in, though, because I don't think they can come in without...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure... I don't know about that shit.
Yeah, but, well, I'm kind of glad they did, because as soon as they took my friend away, they came downstairs and saw Jane in my friend's bedroom, and they picked her up, also took her to the hospital, and long story short, they got the whole IV drip thing, like to get the alcohol out of their system. They literally had way more than like I don't know what exactly the percentages are, like the points for like drinking.
I'm pretty sure it's 0.02 is the legal limit or something.
Is a legal limit?
I think. Or 0.01 or something. I don't know.
I think it's 0.02. But it was like way above that. It was like 0.7, like death.
Damn.
Like, type stuff.
Bro, didn't they
Both
drink
of them
the next day?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
my
so
God.
I'm getting to that. And so the next day they texted us and they were like, yo, like we're alive and stuff. And mind you, the first friend that had like the dick written all over her face, she was like, she woke up. And she was describing it to me. She was like, I woke up from the hospital, and I didn't even realize, like, I had a dick written on my face or anything. I was just woke up so confused, and I was, like, in a gown, and I was, like, getting dripped, and I was so confused. And so the next day, we picked her up, and they literally drank the next day.
Jesus.
Yeah. It was a pretty crazy story.
That is insane. I don't know how they just got up and kept going.
It's because the hospital... they like drain all the alcohol out of their system.
I know, but like after that, you just the next. I don't know. Personally, I'd be like, oh fuck, no, never again, and I just don't want to do nothing.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, if you get like, I don't know the correct term for it. I don't know if it's an IV drip. Flushed, yeah.
I'm pretty sure your system gets flushed.
It's something like that. But shoot, I'm like, every time I'm like that, take me to the hospital for free.
Right? Hey, give me that IV drip.
Yeah, no cap. All right, Jasmine. What about you? What's something funny going on in your life?
Just the whole thing. Really, it's all a joke. I'm just kidding.
Same.
Okay, so my story is from high school. It is from a party that I went to. So I don't remember what time of year it was. I'd say it was around Christmas time, and people always posted on Snapchat like party at the Zaddy, pull up. So me and all my friends, we were like, all right, bet, like let's go. We have nothing better to do, and so we pull up, and there's not many people there at first. Like it's pretty chill. It's kind of like a kickback, and then more and more people start showing up, and mind you, this house is not very big. Like it's pretty much like kitchen, bedroom, living room, and then I believe there was a basement, but nobody was allowed down there. And so the living room, dang, my voice cracking and shit. Fuck off. So the living room was just like an empty room. Like they didn't have a couch or nothing. I'm pretty sure they took it out for the party. And then they had like I don't even feel like they had a dead ass speaker. Like I'm pretty sure it was like some JBL pill shit. And but it was jumping, people were like screaming the lyrics and shit. And I'm in the living room, and I don't know if I'm tripping or if I can start to feel the floor like bouncing with us. And there's like a fuck ton of people in this room. Like I'm telling you, it's not a big room. Maybe like, I don't fucking know. Think about your regular living room size. It's like that big. And there's about like 50 people. It's like shoulder to shoulder, and everyone's like jumping at the same time. Like, how like, sorry to say, white people, you just be like jumping to shit. Like, oh, jumping, like just jumping. And so I'm like, I'm in the middle of the room, and I'm literally feeling the floor start to like sink below me. And I'm like, ain't no way. Like, I'm tripping. There ain't no way a floor can do this. Like, I'm sober. There ain't no way this is really happening. So I leave, and I'm like, I go to my friends outside because they were in the kitchen. And I'm like, yo, I think the floor is starting to cave in. And they were like, no way. So we go back over there, and you can literally see the floor like, whoa, 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 with every jump. And I'm like, yo, no fucking way. And bro, the people in there can feel it because they're talking about it like, haha, the floor is caving in. And they're just laughing and shit.
You about to be dead in 10 seconds.
No, right. And bro, like this was going on for a good maybe 5 to 10 minutes, like of the floor just slowly caving in. And I was like, damn, bro, like who owns this house? Y'all not finna tell them to stop? Like your shit is about to be fucked. And so I was like, fuck it. And so I went in there and I kept like dancing a little bit, and I was like, all right, this is getting a little freaky. So literally 30 seconds after I had stepped out of the room, the entire floor caved in. Like, and everyone just fell, everyone was screaming, and I was like, oh shit, like we gotta go. And then as soon as the floor caves in, you see the police lights outside, and I was like, we outie, like I'm done here. And so yeah, the floor literally caved in at this party, and it was crazy.
Have you heard anything about like that since?
So I had asked because my friend Avery, she knew the guy that owned the house. She said
wait, was that near Liberty?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it was a little bit more down south.
Oh.
But she had talked to him after, and he was like, yeah, bro, like it's gonna be really expensive to like pay for that, and I have to pay it all out of pocket. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do. And he had just bought that house, like, or rented or bought it.
So it was his house. It wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't no Airbnb. Like it was his house. He had just moved in. That's why I forgot. He had just moved in, and that's why he didn't have much furniture, because it was literally like a few days of moving in. And he was like, oh, like housewarming party, and his fucking floor caves in.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's messed up on the whoever constructed that though.
I don't know. That's fucked up on the people that kept jumping after that shit, including me.
I'm dead.
That kept jumping after that shit was caving in. Like,
he didn't say anything?
I don't think anyone cared, honestly.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, fuck you,
And
we
it's like
gonna
50
buy.
people, so he
No.
probably wouldn't even get them out anyways.
Literally.
So, wow. That's freaking insane.
Yeah.
Were you kind of spooked? Were you kind of scared?
Honestly, no, I thought it was fucking funny as
I'm
fuck.
dead.
Like, I was like, ha ha. Because I'm, shit, it ain't my floor.
Yeah.
I'm chilling.
Was there anyone hurt or no?
Honestly, no idea. Probably that shit, like, caved the fuck in. Like,
So it caved in the basement, or like how many floors was the house?
it was only 2, so it caved into the basement.
Dang.
But the basement was, like, unfinished. So it's not like people landed on, like, nice soft ground. It was, like, cement and
Ooh.
shit. Yeah.
Ow.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it didn't break anyone's like ankles or like legs or
It
something.
probably did. I just
Yeah.
left before I could find out.
Yeah, you're down.
I would have been straight up in there because I was in the middle the whole time. I love to be in the middle, y'all know.
Yeah.
I love to be in the middle, so I would have been bugged if I would have stayed.
When we were at Rolling Loud, this bitch literally was like in the middle the whole entire time for Lil Uzi's mosh pit.
Oh, I was in that mosh pit. I was getting thrown around. I was like, yeah, money got longer, speaker got louder, car got faster. Yeah, that shit was lit.
If y'all haven't been to Rolling Loud, I highly recommend at least going once in your life, because that is a whole godly, worldly experience.
Yeah, it definitely was amazing. And
Yeah.
especially because it was, like $300? And you get to see all of those artists where you would usually pay $300 for one of their concerts.
Yeah.
So to see all of them, it was amazing.
Yeah, that was really cool. But it was worth the $300. But next year,
shout,
we're getting it for free because we'll just sneak it.
Oh yeah, bro. There's hella people. Like, we met some people that went to Rolling Loud, and they're like, so how much did y'all pay for your tickets? And we were like, oh, like 300. And they're like, oh, where? We got it for free. I was like, how the fuck did you get it for free? They were like, oh, we just pretended to scan wristbands, but we really didn't have no wristbands on. Because, like, low-key, security there was ass. Like, they didn't give a fuck.
It was like clear bag. They had all these like regulations on what you could bring, and
they didn't check none of that shit. Like, they were like, go, 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 like just trying to get everyone to like hurry the fuck up and get in. They were like, I was like, oh, like, do you need to see my bag, you know? And they're like, obviously I didn't have anything because I'd be chilling. But they were like, no, just go, just go. I was like, oh shit, all right, well then. So like, I feel like the first day, like, people were like hiding what they brought, but then after that, like, the people that we talked to, they're like, yeah, I literally just like had it in my hand type shit. Yeah. I was like, bruh.
That was insane, but it was a good experience. After the fact, we like, this was a pretty crazy story. So I think it was, what day was it? The first day or second day? And like at the end of the day, everyone like leaves and stuff, and it's literally like a mosh pit to get out. Like, it takes so long to get out. And so me and Jasmine were like walking along, and we see people like climbing the fence.
And this ain't no short fence. Like, I'm telling you, this fence is at least 12 feet tall, and it's one of them chain link fences.
Yeah. Yeah, and then people just like started like, so a whole bunch of people just started climbing on it, and everyone just started tearing it down, like jumping on it. So people would climb to the top and then grab on, because there's like a light pole, and so people grab on the light pole and just like stomp on it to make it break and make it like go down. And so finally, it was like, there's 2 parts of the fence. That's how tall it was. So it was like one fence, and then, well, the bottom fence and then the top fence, and it was like 2 fences. And so the top part of the fence came down, but then the second part was still like up, and so everyone was trying to climb it and stuff, and it was like low-key pretty high.
Yeah, it was like a good 6 feet high.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy, but that was insane because everyone just started freaking bombarding the fences. And
yeah, it was low-key kind of scary because I was like, I told Talia, I was like, all right, we either finna hop this fence right here, or it's gonna take us at least 30 minutes to get out, like, just to get to the exit. So we were like, fuck it. Yeah. So we like walk over there, and there's this girl. She had tried to jump, and her arm was like caught on the fence, like literally stuck, and it was getting like pinched between the pole and the fence. And everyone was just like jumping over her, not helping her. And I was on the other side of the fence, so I couldn't help her. And I was like, you guys need to help that girl right there. Like, she is getting fucked up. Like, she's crying. She's like, help. And then someone finally helped her. But yeah, we literally hopped the fence, looked to our right, and they had opened another exit as soon as we hopped the fence. Like, literally 5 feet away. I was like, damn, we did all that shit for nothing. I got like a little hole in my pants because I tried to like sit and then jump. And because I didn't realize on the other side of the fence was hella bushes and sticks, like from the tree, like standing out of the ground. And I realized I was finna straight up rip my pants off.
Like you either had to leap from the fence.
No, literally, like you couldn't just go to the ground. You had to leap. So I was like, fuck it. So I stood up and just yeeted myself over that shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, I landed safely, but it was kind of dangerous. But it was also fun because I was like, aha, I hopped a fence at a festival.
It's like 3 choices. 1, you get stabbed by a whole bunch of trees. 2, you leap forward and eat shit. Or 4, can I count? No. 3, you land on your feet by leaping. And most of the time people, because as soon as people were jumping the fence, they're like, oh shit, there's like a whole bunch of shit. And I didn't realize until I got over the fence.
Yeah. Girls were like, y'all didn't see they literally just opened that gate. Yeah. I was like, obviously we didn't, Jennifer. Thank you.
Well, that one girl that got her arm, was it? Mm-hmm. Her arm caught. Didn't she make a TikTok? She got like famous.
Did she?
I swear you said something about like you seeing a TikTok of it.
Oh, I remember someone like made a TikTok about like people hopping the fence, but I don't remember if it was that girl.
Oh, well, anyways, all right. Back to what we're actually talking about.
We always sidetracked as fuck.
Nah, Rolling Loud was that was a good experience. That was funny. All right, so the second story that I have for you guys. Man, I could tell you a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so one of the best pranks that I have ever pulled on someone, well, it was actually me and my dad. And so I was probably 8, 9, or 10. I don't know. It was somewhere between those age ranges. And my brother, he was sleeping, and he was like a really heavy sleeper. And so my dad and I, we opened his door, and we took clear saran wrap, and we wrapped it all around his door. So like when he comes out, he would like hit the whole saran wrap and stuff. And so me laughing about this already. And so my dad, he played this loud ass alarm, and it scared my brother. And so he woke up and he opened the door and he went to go out, but there was saran wrap. Wow.
Sorry, played twice.
Yeah, so that's literally how he screamed, because he saw the saran wrap, and he was like, ah! And he thought aliens were kidnapping him. I was like, wow.
Why is that his first thought?
I don't know, but I was just like, wow, because he was pretty young too. He was like 12.
Oh, okay.
13. Yeah, but that was a pretty funny prank. So, how about you? What's a good prank that you pulled?
Honestly, I don't be pranking people like that.
Senior prank?
Oh, you right. Okay, so I remember my senior year. That was a
pretty good transition, huh?
That was really good. Thank you very much. I remember me forgetting all the shit I wanted to say, but I can't remember nothing, bro. My brain fried. Okay.
Me too.
The senior prank at Liberty of when did I graduate? 2019? Yeah, that was the last senior prank Liberty has ever had because of us. We ruined it for all of y'all. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't even get one because of COVID anyways, so it's okay.
Well, so, this was the year before that, they were kind of like iffy about letting us do a senior prank just because you know how senior pranks be. People always go over the top, and we were like, we promise, like, we won't go too ham, you know, we just want to do some silly shit. And so there was a group chat for the class of 2019 about deciding, like, oh, like, what's our senior prank finna be? I had some good-ass options in there, and this white-ass school, they didn't want to take none of my options, bro. I had some fire-ass shit. I can't even remember them all, but I just know they were really good. But the option that we did end up picking, I'm pretty sure I suggested it, which was pretty much just, like, trash the school and like do a bunch of crazy shit and like put shit into cool like origami or not origami. What that shit called when you put shit together in a weird shape?
Oregano.
No, it's not. That is a spice.
I know. I just wanted to say.
Geometry? I don't fucking know. I don't give a fuck.
What is that called? Dang, what is that called?
I don't know. It's like I don't fucking know. Shit. Tetris.
Tetris.
I don't
paper.
No, it's not paper.
Art.
No,
Origami.
it is origami. It's not paper though. It was with like desks and shit, like creating. I'll just explain. So our senior prank was pretty much to like trash the school and just do a bunch of crazy shit. So they let us into the school one night, and we started by just putting like streamers, streamers, toilet paper all over the school, hanging it from rafters, emptying like trash, like not like actual trash, but like just like paper and shit all over. And then me and like a few of my friends, we went to the offices of the principal, and we took like a plunger and heated up some chocolate and like put it on the plunger and then stuck it to one of the what's it called, like sliding glass doors, so it looked like there's a bunch of shit on a plunger like squished onto the door. And then we put glitter in all of their seats, and it was like the, you know how principal seats be, like them expensive ass seats. Yeah. Like that glitter was not coming out. We put glitter all up in their seats. We put googly eyes on all the pictures of their families. Like we put googly eyes, bitch. We put googly eyes on babies. Okay, we put googly eyes everywhere around the school on all the pictures. And then people were going into classrooms and like stacking the desks to the ceiling, like putting shit everywhere, just random ass shit. People had thrown I don't know, they put some shit in the pool. Oh, they had thrown like the security office chairs into the pool. They had thrown trash cans into the pool.
Dang, I didn't know that much.
Yeah, bro, like we went in.
Yeah.
People was throwing shit. And then apparently like some students had went into teachers' classrooms and shredded finals and like took graded shit and like stole finals so that they would have the answers.
Wow.
And then like just completely like disrespectfully trashed teachers' rooms, like for the ones they didn't like. And low-key, like my film as lit teacher, I didn't fuck with her, and they fucked with her room so bad. Like the next day when I came to school, she was like crying and shit. I was low-key like giggling. I was like ha ha ha, because I didn't fuck with her, but like I also kind of felt bad because she was crying. But me and my friend Tariana, we had taken one of them heavy ass metal chairs.
The like, clear of the throat.
Sorry. What them shit's called? I don't know, like the bench chairs. And there's this part of the school where the elevator is, and it goes, so there's the stairs, and then a little bit of a walkway, and then the elevator. And we tried to put the bench in between the walkway of the stairs and the elevator, so it was like kind of hanging off of the ledge, like near the stairs. So like kind of with the stairs going down. So honestly, it was low-key dangerous, because if that shit were to fall, someone would die. And so we put it up there, and they were like, take that shit down, like all the other seniors. And we're like, you guys are some fucking pussies. Like, this shit is funny, okay? Let us have a fucking chair up here.
As someone dies.
Well, no, it wouldn't have fallen. Like, it was perfectly balanced to not fall, because it was like each leg was on each ledge. Oh. So it wouldn't have, like, you know what I'm talking about, like the elevator, and then it was right there. It would not have fallen. Mm-hmm. And they were like, no, like, you can't put that up there. You need to take it down, whatever. And so we were like, fine. So we took it down. And then the next day we get to school, like, everyone, like, I'm looking around, I'm like, damn, like, we low-key went too far. Like, this shit is fucked.
Yeah.
And then the principal comes on the announcement thing, and he's like, all the seniors come to the, what's that shit called? Lunchroom right now. No, the lunchroom. Oh. And we go down there.
The auditorium?
No, nigga, the lunchroom.
Oh, really? The lunchroom?
Yeah.
Oh.
And, so he calls us down there, and he's like, y'all need to clean this shit up. Like, y'all went too far. I don't understand, like, why you guys went so ham. You have teachers crying. You guys were disrespectful. You guys just destroyed this school. Like, I can't believe you guys. And I was just sitting there like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like, we don't really give a fuck. That shit was funny. The fuck. But he made us pretty much, like, clean up everything. And it was chill. But, like, after that, he was like, yeah, this school is never having a senior prank ever again.
Yeah, that I remember walking in that day, and there was just papers everywhere. I didn't really see the whole like pool thing, or like obviously inside the office and stuff, but I definitely saw all the papers everywhere. I like walked in, I was like, damn.
No, we bucked that shit up.
Yeah, it was
I remember
horrible.
when I was graduating and like the principal had to sign all the papers and stuff. He was like signing it. He looked up at me. He looked down. He looked up again. He was like, "You put glitter all over my chair." I was like, "Oop." He's like, "I'm still getting glitter out of that chair." I was like, "Haha, sorry." And I'm like, "You already signed my graduation paper. I'm out."
Yeah, whatever. As long as you like already signed it, then I'm straight, bro. Like I'm already
Right.
out.
Right.
Wow, that's insane.
It was fun though. I don't regret it. I thought it was
Yeah.
funny.
I wish. I heard one year someone had a pig.
I
They had,
heard
like,
that too.
They had the pig like running through the hallways and stuff.
I wanted to take like one or two cows and put them on
Cows.
the top. Yeah, because cows can't go downstairs. So if we were to put it on the top level of school, it would be funny because they'd be like stuck there because cows don't know how to walk downstairs.
Where would you get a cow?
The farm.
So you would really get a cow just to put in the school?
Yeah, it'd be funny. Or release a fuck ton of mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes?
Or like crickets or some shit.
I could do crickets, but mosquitoes, people can
Maybe
get
not.
diseases.
Oh yeah, you're right. I would do crickets then.
Yeah.
Release a bunch of crickets all throughout the school.
Crickets. Yeah, definitely that one. All right. So this next story involves me and Jasmine. Which one should we do?
Yeah.
Okay. So this was, I'm pretty sure August 4th of last year.
Dang, you know the date?
Yeah, because I was looking at memories earlier today. So, anyways, it was August 4th, and it was me, Jasmine, going to name the girl Mary Jane, and then going to name...
Well, damn, you can't do that. You already named the other people that. No, her name is Candace.
Candace.
Yeah.
Okay. We got Candace and John. And then who else was with us?
I mean,
Avery, Sarah? I think Sarah was with us. Grace and Bethany. Yeah. Okay. So, basically, we all went to this park. Where were we? Ute Valley Park?
No, we were at Red Rocks Open Canyon Space.
Oh, yeah, Red Rocks Open Canyon Space.
Just so y'all know, in Colorado, there ain't really much to do. Things close very early. And so, I don't know, we were at this party previously, and it got shut down, so we were all like, let's go to Red Rocks Open Canyon Space, because it's really just, like, a big-ass dirt parking lot. And we were like, let's go there and, like, turn up. And everyone was like, yeah. Because, like, what the fuck else are you going to do in Colorado? So, this is actually going to be a two-parter, because I fucked myself up on this night as well.
Yeah. All right. So, well, you did yours first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, go ahead.
Okay, so, on this night, we were having a great time, you know? Just living large, living like Larry. And I heard someone say something about a race. And I was like, a race? Like, I don't know. I run track. I got to race. You know, if someone gonna race, I'm gonna race. And so they were like, let's do a piggyback race. And I was like, all right, bet. And my friend Allie, she was like, all right, like, I'm gonna get on your back and we're gonna race them. And I was like, okay. And so she gets on my back and I start running and I'm winning. And I'm like killing shit. And then the next thing I know, I just start to feel like my body fall forward. And I was like, damn, like I can't, like I'm holding this girl, so I can't even like catch myself. So I'm just slowly, like, it was literally in slow motion, like Eiffel Tower, like, like falling to my fucking face. And so I bust my ass, and I'm like, damn. And mind you, I'm falling in a dirt parking lot. So I'm like, damn, am I fucked up? And I get up, and my whole left ass cheek and leg is destroyed. Like, I'm cut the fuck up, and my shoulders cut up because I fell forward. Thankfully, I didn't hit my face, which was pretty surprising. And then my hands are cut up, and I have dirt and gravel and sand, like, all up in these cuts. And I'm just like, damn, why do I always do stupid shit and hurt myself? Like, what the hell is wrong with me? So I'm walking around. I'm like, yo, does anybody have water? Like, please tell me someone has water, because this shit is burning, and I need to wash out all this fucking dirty shit from my cuts. And I go ask my friends, and they're like, no, we don't have water, whatever the fuck. And I was like, damn. So I go ask these other group of people. I'm like, yo, y'all got water? They're like, nah, but we got vodka. I was like, fuck. So I just poured vodka in my cuts to clean them out, because I didn't want to have all that dirt and shit in there. And I know vodka, isn't it? I don't know. I heard that clean shit. So I was like, fuck it. So I just poured it in all my cuts, and that shit burned like a bitch. But after that, I was good to go.
Yeah. I remember you were like running over to me. You're like, I need water. Where's water? And I was like, bro, I don't have any. And then try to look for some. No one had any. And then I remember you just like leaving. And then I was like, oh, okay. And so I asked like a few more people, but they didn't have any water. So I just gave up at that point. And then you came back and you were like, I just poured vodka on my cuts. And I was like, well, I mean, that's better than nothing.
Yeah.
So.
And then later that night, shit, I don't even remember how that happened.
I honestly don't know either. All I remember.
Well, because I know. Oh, I was over there.
You were over there. I was in the car.
So, we're trying to gather everyone to leave because everyone's starting to leave, and like you grab one person to leave, you go back to the car, gotta go up someone else, then they leave. So it's just like a chicken race of trying to grab everyone. And so I go over to Candace and John, and I'm like, "Y'all, we leaving. Let's go." And they're messing around, just being like funny and just like running around and stuff. And I'm like, guys, we gotta go. And Candace is like, give me a piggyback ride. And John's like, okay. So Candace gets on John's back and they're like running, jumping. And next thing I know, John shoots his head back and I just hear Candace go, ow! And I was like, what the fuck just happened? And John is like cracking up, like he's laughing. He's like, ha ha ha, what the fuck just happened? And all I hear is, my teeth! Something happened to my teeth! And I look over, and Candace's 2 front teeth are gone, bro, like chipped in half. And I'm like, what the fuck? And John goes, they're in my forehead! And I look to him, and her 2 front teeth are literally in his fucking forehead. And I'm like, oh fuck. So I sprint back to the car. I'm like, guys, Candace lost her teeth. Candace lost her teeth. And everyone's like, what the fuck? And so like she comes running over and John like leans his head in the car and he's like, look, her teeth are in my forehead. And his like forehead is like bleeding because her fucking teeth are in his fucking forehead. And
there's blood all over her shirt.
Yep. Candace comes over and she's like laughing, like she's like, haha, I'm fucked, I have no teeth, my teeth are gone. And she's like, fat Liz.
It was so bad because like we didn't even leave like right then and there. We were there for a good like 2 more hours.
Yeah, like we were like, bro, do you want to leave and go to the hospital? She's like, I'm okay.
Yeah, and so we just continued to stay there and like chill and stuff. And so then the next day I looked because we all hung out and stuff, and the next day I asked her to show her her teeth, and I look and you can literally see like the nerves in her teeth, like it was that bad. And I was like, I don't know how the hell you are surviving right now, how you're even eating or drinking or anything, because that shit is sensitive as fuck. If you ever had like root canals and stuff, that shit hurts. So yep, she got root canals. Probably 2 root canals, probably I think within the 3 or 4 days after that happened. And so yeah, that was a pretty crazy story.
I don't know how she said, bro, I would have been straight crying.
Yeah,
like,
same.
And she was like, let's keep going. I'm like, what the fuck?
And she just kept talking like normally. I would have been like, bro, just stop talking to me. Like, I don't want any air going into my mouth or my teeth or anything like that, because air hurts.
Yeah,
especially like if you ever had like a cavity, like that shit hurts. So
that was crazy.
Yeah, shout out to her for being strong.
Right, real G shit. But yeah. she has 2 teeth, guys, now. She has fake ones, but
yeah, she was all sad because now it's not her natural pretty teeth.
I'm like, shit.
It's better than actually having teeth because you can get cavities, and when they can decay when you're older.
Those like 2 front teeth are always gonna be like probably like
different colored. Yeah.
There's gonna be like white, and then the rest of her teeth are gonna age.
Yeah, that's true.
That's funny as fuck though.
Oh well.
Alright guys, the next story I have for you guys is about me and 2 of my friends going up to Aurora for the weekend. So we live in Colorado Springs. Aurora's maybe like, I don't know, an hour away. So I was talking to this dude, and he was like, oh, like come up for the weekend, like we're finna have a little getty, not a getty, that's a kickback, I guess. Like we're finna have a little kickback, like come pull through, y'all can stay the night. And we were like, okay, like cool, why not, meet some new people. And so we get up there and we're just vibing, and Sorry, it's just really funny.
The side laugh.
I'm gonna call them. I don't want to give my friends' names away. I'll call them Adrian and Trevor. It's girls, but I couldn't think of any girl names. So Adrian. Okay, so they're like drinking. I'm not, because I ran track in high school, and I just was like, I have to be pure, type stuff. So they're drinking, and like I look over, and Adrian keeps like baby barfing, like literally like like into her hand, and then she would like run to the bathroom and like throw up and then like wash away. And I was like, bro, why do you keep baby barfing? She's like, I don't know. Like, I literally don't know I'm gonna throw up until like it happens. And I was like, bitch, what the fuck?
Oh no.
Like, how the hell you just do that?
Yeah.
And so I was like, whatever. And so like, honestly, none of the guys noticed that was happening. Like, it was just us three, and every time it would happen, we would laugh hard as fuck. And so like as the night goes on, I drove up there. Obviously, I was the only one out of my friends that had a car for a fat minute in high school, but I drove up there, and so they asked me. They were like, "Yo, do you think you could take us somewhere real quick?" And mind you, it's like midnight, and I'm like, "What the fuck, y'all need to go?" But I was like, "Sure, why not? I'll take y'all somewhere." So we pull up to this random parking lot, and it's just me and two of the guys, like Avery. Oh shit. We'll bleep it out. Adrian and Trevor are dead asleep already, like done for. So I was like, all right, I got you. So we pull up to this random shut up. We pull up to this random parking lot, and I'm like, where the fuck are we? Like, what are we doing? And they're like, we just need to cop something real quick, And they're kind of like, they're not hood, but they're a little bit more spicy. You know what I'm saying? They're like, we just need to cop something real quick. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, yeah, just stay right here and be ready to pull off as soon as we come back. And I was like, what? Okay. And so, like, one of them stays in the car with me, and the other one leaves. And then we're just, like, talking to each other. And the next thing I hear my door fleeing open. And he's like, go, go, go. And I was like, what? And he's like, drive. And I see a car, like, booking it to us. And I was like, what the fuck? So I peel out of there. And I'm just, like, whipping. I was like, what the fuck is going on? He's like, yo, I just robbed these niggas. Like, you need to go. And I was like, huh? I was like, what? Oh, my God. And I was like, I'm not finna get fucking murdered for your shit, so let me whip out of here. And mind you, I'm driving, like, a 2006 Suzuki. That shit boxy as fuck. Like, it is not easy to whip that shit, and it does not have good pickup. And they're driving probably, like, a Nissan or some shit. So I'm, like, whipping. I'm going, like, 90. I'm taking these turns. I could literally hear my tires, like, and I was like, Jesus Christ, this is how I die. This is how I die.
2 wheels on the ground type beat.
No, literally. And they're like, oh, watch out up here. Go a little slower. There's cops. I was like, you're telling me to slow down while we're getting chased by some people. Because the cops, like, cool. And so I guess the people behind me, like, knew of the situation on that one spot, so they slowed down. I said, fuck it. Like, we're going to live today. So I didn't slow down. I took a few more turns, and I lost them. And I was like, wow, look at me. Like, hitting a lick I didn't even know. But I don't know. I don't know what they stole. It was probably some illicit substances. Y'all know what I'm saying. But yeah, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, why didn't y'all tell me? I would not have taken y'all if you told me. Like, what the fuck? And they were like, yeah, we know. That's why we didn't tell you. I was like, wow. And
I swear, motherfuckers be always doing that.
No, right. And they were like, but you're a G. Like, you did that shit. And I low-key felt pretty good because I was like, I did do that shit in my little 2006 Suzuki. And so, like, we went back to the house, and then, bitch, I fell asleep, and then woke up mad early to drive back home. But it was pretty, like, I was like, wow, I really just did that.
And you didn't even know?
No, literally. I thought, I don't know. I mean, I should have known. I was just kind of being a little naive.
Yeah.
Like,
how old were you?
Maybe 16, 17.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Dang, no one had a car yet?
Nah, bro, I was the first one.
Oh, yeah, you were. Well, you are a year older. Oh, yeah, because that makes sense, because we were, like, 15 and stuff. Wow.
Well, no, even, like, my friends that were in my grade, they didn't have cars neither. I don't know. I got my permit, like, literally the day I turned 15 type shit.
Yeah. I got mine, like, a month after, like, November. So. But, hey, a little pickup in that car, eh?
Yeah.
It says zoom.
Like, bro, like, it was so hard for my car to, like, pick up speed, bro. And that shit had, like, 12 miles to the gallon.
Did you feel it, like, ain't that shit, what's it called, like, top heavy?
I don't know. I just know I was scared for my life. So
yeah.
I was like, wow.
Like, I don't give a fuck. I will fucking get the fuck out of here.
Literally.
Alright. I guess we can talk about the whole... Well, okay, so back to the.
I actually have another story of the Mary girl, from Talia's story of getting drunk too fucked up. This is also another one of her getting too fucked up. And this was also the first day I had met her, which was really funny.
This one.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
This shit was funny as fuck. So, I don't know. I pulled up later than y'all know. Y'all was already there.
Yeah, I think it'd work. Yeah, okay. So it was like me, Sarah, I don't know who. Oh, I'm going to bleep that part out. It was me, Mary, and some other people. I don't even know who else was all there, but just a group of us. And so we're all at the skate park because in Colorado there's nothing to do. So every single day of last summer, we were at, well, 2 summers ago now, we were at the skate park every damn day. And so, getting a little swifty and stuff.
Mind you, we did not skate. We just hung out in the parking lot.
Like, we probably skated for like 2 days.
I literally bought a skateboard because I was like, I'm gonna learn to skate, and then I was trying to skate and I fell off and hit myself in the face and my nose started bleeding and I gave up.
Yeah. Skating's hard, man. I give props to all the people that can do that. I tried to go down one of the steep hills one time, where you just I don't know what it's called. You put the tail end and you go down.
Drop in.
Yeah, drop in. I was trying to do that. And I literally couldn't do it. So I freaking ate shit. But anyways, so it was just a whole bunch of us. And Mary, had got a little too swifty. And there was
that's a common theme with her.
Wasn't there a memorial for yeah. So there was a whole bunch of people there because there was a memorial because a kid died. And Mary got, swifty. And started going around kissing people. It was ugly. Not ugly. They weren't the cutest.
Questionable.
Yeah, they're questionable. Very, very, very questionable. And mind you, one of the guys she was talking to that we're all friends with was also there. And he literally goes to skate park every day to skate. And he's pretty good.
Watching her and just do all this stuff.
Yeah. And so Jasmine's there now. And so she just gets a little too swifty, and she is now on the ground.
Not me, Sarah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Bleep.
Mary.
Mary. So Mary is...
She's straight up, laying on the ground. Her eyes are, half open, rolled to the back of her head type shit. And we're just kind of letting her, lay there and gather herself. But then people are like, cops are coming. So we're like, fuck. And the people that she had rode with, they had dipped in another car, but they're I'm just gonna say Bethany, her car was there at the skate park, but she had rode off with someone else.
And all of her windows were down.
Yeah, and we're like, bro, you can't just leave fucking Mary here while your car is here. She drove with you. What the fuck? She's like, I'm on the way back right now.
They always leaving to go get stuff, bro.
No,
food.
Literally.
It's always food.
And so we're like, well, shit, what do? We gotta do something with her. They can't just see her laying out on the floor like this when they get here, the cops. So we're like, fuck it. So we pick her up and we shove her through the window. We literally put her through the back window of Bethany's car. And she's literally a dead body. Oh, wait. Oh, she fell out of the car. Remember, busted her face.
Oh, yeah, she did fall out the car. Yeah, I remember that. She had a huge Band-Aid on the next day.
Cause she what happened?
I don't even...
Because I think they were trying to put her in the car the first time. into a different car, into Cyrus's car, and his is a little SUV style car, and so they were trying to put her in there, and then she fell out, busted her face, didn't even try to catch herself. Yeah. So after that, we're like, shit, we'll put her in Bethany's car, so we had to put her through the window.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy, and I would have unlocked Bethany's car doors, but she wasn't there, so I didn't have the key, and so when I climbed in the car to unlock it, I pressed the unlock button and it didn't even do anything. So we literally had no other option but to shove her in the Bethany's car, because I would have shoved her in my car, but I didn't want her throwing up everywhere in my car.
She was for sure gonna throw up in the next 10 minutes, and she did.
Yeah, she threw up. But you know what? It's okay. Sometimes we've all been there. Not me personally.
Me either. I'm like, not all of us. But
it's okay. It's a funny story to tell.
it was just funny because that was the first day I had met her, and I was just like, wow.
It was
and
the first day.
I was like later on, she was in Bethany's car, and she was like about to throw up, so I helped her like lean her out the car, and I was like patting her back and shit. And then the next day she's like, damn, I'm sorry that was the first time you met me, but like thanks for helping me, because everyone else was kind of like done with her shit, because she did that a lot, so everyone was like, I don't want to take care of her, so I was like, I got it.
Yeah.
But it was funny.
It wasn't like every single time we were all together, but it was most of the time.
Like 60%.
Yeah, but it's okay. Some people just can't handle.
It makes for a good story. That shit was funny.
Yeah, that was really funny. All right, so
I say we head into our last story.
Yeah, I agree. I was just about to say that. Glad
great minds think alike.
Try and copy me and shit.
Fuck up, bitch. I said it first.
Okay. I guess I'll just start off because you're good at storytelling. Okay, so when was this? June?
Mhm.
I think it was June.
Around then.
Yeah, it was sometime in June.
Like 2020, by the way.
Yeah, June 2020, and it was me, Jasmine, and our friend Avery, and we all like to dance and stuff. And so Jasmine had the idea of like, oh, like let's do a pole dancing class, and we're like, okay, bet, like let's do it. So we all signed up for it. And we went there. It was a great time. That shit is really hard. I give props to all the girls that be pole dancing because I cannot do it and make it look that graceful. Like, I can do it, but it looks a little rough. But anyways, so after that, we were just, like, driving and stuff. And I don't know who saw first. I think it was, like...
I did.
Yeah, it was you.
Because I was like, ain't no way. Y'all see that over there? And y'all were like, what? I was like, does nobody see that butt naked ass girl? Because there was another car, and it was like a woman and her son, and they had gotten out and they were trying to talk to her, and she's like walking away from them and shit. And I thought, I don't know, like I thought something had happened, like they kidnapped her or some shit. I don't know, because she was walking butt ass naked, and I'm telling you, like in the streets, like through like intersections, like main roads, and so. I'm like, oh shit, and I was like, haha, like that's funny as fuck. And I was like, oh wait, like what if something happened? Like what if she got like assaulted and stuff? And like I don't know, like what if they're like looking for her? What if it's them? So I skirt to the side and I yell at her. I'm like, hey, like do you need a ride? And she like shakes her head yes and like runs over to my car. And I'm like, oh, butt naked on my seats, like gross. I don't know her. And so, but I don't know, I'm a very like, genuine person, so I was like, let me help this girl out. So she gets in my car, and like I pull over to the like up the street a little bit and to the side, and I start taking my clothes off because I'm like, let me give her my clothes, because I'm wearing like a sports bra, a t-shirt, some shorts, and like obviously like my shoes and stuff. So I give her like my shorts and my shirt and my shoes, so that I don't know, she just feels a little bit more comfortable, so she's not butt ass naked in my car. And she also has a Bible. Like, all she has with her is a Bible. No phone, nothing, just a Bible.
And she ain't talking at all.
No, like, she's not saying any words. I was like, what happened? Like, are you okay? She's just, like, staring at me. And I'm like, oh, like, maybe she's, like, traumatized or, like, in shock, you know? So I'm like, I'm gonna give her a little bit. So, like, she's sitting there, and I'm letting her just, like, you know, take in the moment or whatever. And I'm like, I'm trying to ask her questions. Like, are you okay? Did someone hurt you? And she's like, what did she even say? It was some weird shit.
I don't know. She just kept pointing at the Bible and like pointing to the sky. And the sky, it was a really weird timing because as soon as like she was pointing to the sky, you know how the clouds sometimes they be doing that ray of like sun and it looks like God is like shining down and stuff. It was like she was pointing to the Bible and then she was pointing to the sky where like the clouds were like that and the sun rays were like that. And she was saying how she was like Eve. She just kept saying, like, Eve, Eve, Eve.
Yeah, so I asked her, I was like, do you want me to call somebody? Like, is there anyone I can call for you? Like, do you want me to call 911? She was like, no. Like, she just shook her head, like, violently, like, no. And I was like, oh, shit, okay. And I was like, do you want to tell me what happened? And she was like, they're coming for me. And I was like, who? Like, who is coming for you? And then I see, like, a cop car drive by. And so I was just like, oh, like,
they're probably looking for her.
What's going on, you know? And so, and by this time, she, like, I was like, okay, like, where do you want me to take you? And she's, like, leading me somewhere, and then she leads me to a church. And I'm like, oh, my God. And so we're sitting in this church parking lot, and mind you, she has said, like, 3 words. Like, I was like, what's your name? And she, like, points to the Bible. And I'm like, what? And she's like, Eve. And I'm like, your name's Eve. And she's like, yes, I'm Eve. And I was like, I hope this girl not talking about no Adam and Eve type shit. So I'm just like trying to get some insight on what happened. I'm like, did anyone hurt you? And she's like, yes. And I was like, you know, like,
are you okay?
You can talk to me, you know, I'll help you out. And then there's this car, and she's like, oh, they're here for me. And I was like, okay, who's here for you? And at this point, I'm like, I'm getting a little annoyed because it's been like 20 minutes. I'm like, all right, bitch, like, what the fuck is going on? So like, I'm like, all right, like, I'm gonna call 911. And she's like, no, it's okay, like, I'm fine. And she like gets out and goes to this car, and like, she don't know who the fuck this car is, and they don't know who the fuck she is. And then she comes back and she's like, oh, I didn't know them. I was like, okay.
Oh my god.
So I'm talking to like dispatch, and they're like, oh, like, yeah, we've gotten a few calls about her already, like, we've been looking for her. And so I was like, oh, okay, like, and I told them where I was. And then like, she's just trying to get out the car before they get there, and I'm like, nah, bro, like, you need to stay, like, let them come help you, because at this point I feel like she's low-key like on drugs or some shit, like crackhead type shit.
Yeah.
And so the cops get there, and it just so happens to be all of my dad's coworkers, because my dad's a cop. So it's all of his coworkers, and they're like, Jasmine? And I'm like, hey, like, what's up? You know?
And you're like, don't have pants on because you gave her your pants.
They're like, can you step out the car? And I was like, I don't have clothes on. Like, I literally gave her my pants. Like, I gave her all my clothes, bro. Like, I don't have shit on. Yeah. Like, I'm literally in a sports bra and panties type shit. And so, they're like, what are
like
you, like
6 cop cars,
right? And
they're
an
like, ambulance.
They're like, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't know. She was on the side of the road and she was naked, and so I picked her up because I didn't want her to be butt ass naked in the street, and I wanted to like help her and shit. And I was like, so like, do you guys know what's going on? And they were like, apparently she's here with some friends, and they had smoked some weed, and she just got up out of the shower and ran out the house. And I was like,
I don't think weed does that to you.
This ain't weed, Scoob. Like, I don't think she was smoking weed. And they're like, well, you know, they are out of state, and sometimes like people from out of state, they smoke like real Colorado reefer and they can't handle it, so they wig out like this. And I was like, damn. And I was like, bro, she literally thinks she's Eve from the Bible, and like she's saying to like bring her home to heaven type shit. Like, she was like, I was like, where do you live? And she's like pointing to the sky, and I'm like, bro, like, first of all, how the fuck, where'd she get this Bible from? And so yeah, that's the story of the naked girl. Yeah. And it was crazy, because I was just like, what is going on? Like, how is this would happen to us?
Yeah, it was weird, because like after the pole dancing class, it was just like, what the hell? I thought, you know, a little sneaky link when your parents are gone, and then the parent comes home and they catch you. I thought the mom just like kicked her out.
Yeah,
and she was
the
like,
girlfriend.
Yeah,
kick her out. I thought it was a situation like that, or I thought she had gotten like abused. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, we gotta help her, you know. But no, it just turned out she smoked too much weed.
Yeah, I didn't know weed could do that to you, but that's pretty crazy. Some people just react different to it, and that's okay.
Yeah, but I'm just glad that she's okay. And I also didn't want to leave her like walking around the street, because you never know who could have picked her up. Like, some creep could have picked her up or like kidnapped her ass. So I'm just glad it was us.
Yeah. Well, now she's safe, I hope.
Yeah.
Haven't really
hopefully
heard
she's
anything.
not smoking no more weed.
Yeah, and if she is, hopefully it's not laced, because
I think that could have been a possibility too.
Yeah. Because I don't know, that just does not seem right. But that is all for today.
Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, follow, share, show all your friends, and give us a rating as well. And, you know, don't forget to hit us up, DM us, email us, whatever, to let us know what you guys would like to hear, so that we can make sure we get out the best episodes to you guys. And we will be having a Q&A episode coming out shortly, so if you guys have some questions you would like answered by us, go ahead and send us those.
Send them our way. Alright, y'all. That's it. Alright, you guys have a great Sunday night, or whenever day you are listening to this, and peace out.
Bye.